Coach, in this league, it's always difficult to really get on long winning streaks and beat teams 2, 3, 4, 5 games in a row. So you had to know that Stockton was going to be pushing back. Did you like the way your team handled them to start, knowing that that was a team that was going to have some push to start the game?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was a good game. I thought the intensity was there. I obviously like to win the way we did the last game, but it gets to a point where, okay, we know we're going to win that game. They know it as well. So you're just killing the time. Today is a better indication on what it should look like and compete level and, forcing mistakes on both sides and, playing the game when the score is tied. I mean, it's gives you at times a better evaluation. So I thought Stockton was much better, and our level of intensity was right again.
13 months is a long time to wait between hockey games. And Nelson Noje now has played about 3 games for your hockey club. I asked him, before he played his first one, how hard would it be to kind of rein himself in, because obviously there's going to be a lot of emotion. But how good is it from your perspective, knowing what a good teammate he is, to see him back and playing games and doing what he loves to do and playing meaningful hockey again?
Well, it's great. I think for Noj to be able to play games, that's what he wants to do. I mean, it's great to be on a taxi squad and be around the Jets players and be with the big team. There's no doubt. But at the end of the day, those guys are hockey players and they want to play games. And he hasn't played in a long time. He's very familiar with our team. Quite a new faces this year, so he got to know some of the players. But the new players knew about Noj and the kind of person he is. And to have him around the players and to show the kind of man he is, preparing for a hockey game. He's a real good pro, and what he brings on the ice, he's true to himself. He plays the game simple. He's moving well. So he's, I think, for Noj to be able to play the way he did after such a long break shows a lot of character. I think he's been preparing every single day, like if he was playing that night, and tells you a lot about the character of the person.
You've had a lot of, I guess, comfort is one word in putting Johnny Kovacevic and Dylan Sandberg together. What have you seen for as they've had more and more time together? What have you seen from them? And also a new pairing, relatively new, is Declan Chisholm and Billy Heinola. What do you like about that pairing?
Okay, well, first Sandberg and Covey, I think they support each other well. The way they're playing, their style of play is so you have 2 big bodies. You have 2 guys that can skate. Kovacevic has improved the skating by a lot, and Sandberg is a first-year pro, but his mind is right. His reads are good. Covey has good reads as well. And what they're really good at is they're using their sticks and their bodies properly. So their gap control is excellent. When one guy is tied up or he's gapped up on his forward, the other guy will support him. So they're playing together very well defensively first. They support each other. They read off each other really well. And then when they get the puck, they're supporting above or behind the puck. They're doing a real good job at finding the open space and moving the puck up as soon as there's an option. So they keep it fairly simple, but what they do extremely well is their gap and the way they kill plays in the neutral zone. For Chisholm and Ville, it just happened the previous game because we lost Leon, and so we had to play 5D, and we put those 2 at some point because of the rotation of 5D, and it worked extremely well. They could interchange like the other D can't because that's those 2 are lefties, and they don't mind playing on the right side, so they can interchange. Not even on face-offs and in their setup, but also in the game. So you would see them making plays that others won't, just because of their abilities and their skating skills and their ability to make plays with the puck. So we liked that combination, and we'll see what we're going to do. We're going to evaluate today's game and go from there. But so far, those two have been pretty good together.
Well, and you mentioned, or maybe if you didn't mention it, but Leon is, I don't think he finished that last game. Is there an injury update on him?
It shouldn't be long. I just don't have an exact time. I'm not sure if it's going to be day to day or maybe a week. I still didn't receive the full report because we're still evaluating the injury.
Okay.
So he didn't finish the last game.
Yeah.
He couldn't finish the last game, so it's just a matter of making sure we know exactly what's going on, but it shouldn't be long.
And the other player I want to ask about was Skylar McKenzie. Is he an injury as well?
Yes. Didn't finish the game the last game too, so we had to finish the game with 5D and 11 forwards. And again, in Skylar's case, it shouldn't be long. I can't tell you it's day to day because he's not playing tomorrow for sure. But he could be playing the following game. Still waiting on the two weird injuries, so it's not something very simple or quite simple. So it could be a little bit longer, but it shouldn't be long.
And last one for me is just how good is a story is it from Nathan Todd? I mean, he gets the 9th goal, scores, one of the nicest shootout goals I've seen in a long time. Just how nice is his continued story? Because it's not as if he had early success and then petered out. He's just continued to be a consistent player for your team.
He's one of those guys who needed somebody to open the door for him. And now he's confident. But he put in the work in the summer, and that's his foundation. Now he can sustain the pace, and he can play at that level consistently. And that makes a whole difference. The guy has the skills. We knew it. We saw it last year. In the games that he played, but even more so in practices, we could see him making plays at a high pace and with that requires a lot of skills. But this year, I think the difference is the investment he's made in himself in the summer. He's just stronger, he's faster, his cardio is much better, he can sustain that pace, and now he's confident. He's proven to himself that he can do it consistently. And then when you do that, and when you have that confidence with his set of skills, then you can see great goals like he did today. And even on his power play goal, it was a great shot. Those guys that can score goals, they find ways to produce offensively. He's doing it consistently because he's confident, but he's now at a point in his life where he's physically able to sustain that kind of pace to create offense. But again, what is the most important to me, he's not doing it at the cost of cheating defensively. He's also reliable defensively. He's coming back hard. He's blocking shots. Last game he did block a few important shots, and he's taking hits to make plays. He's playing the right way, and he's producing offensively. So he's a pretty good player for us.